Hey, Coach, it seemed like the Marlies kind of came as advertised tonight. How do you feel your team stacked up?
Yeah, nothing's really changed. 3 transitional goals, power play goal, empty netter. I thought there was times during the game when we played to what we feel needs to be our identity as a team. We were able to sustain some OZP time, but they're very opportunistic in terms of some of their chances off the rush. I thought our game got better as it progressed. First period was difficult. We had 4 penalties. I mean, that's almost half the period. So, discipline is certainly, is one of those situations where we're going to have to clean up and talk about this week, because you can't. It's very difficult to get into rhythm 5-on-5 when you take 8 penalties. Now, the 8th one we deserved, the unsportsmanlike conduct from the bench. But in terms of the officiating, I mean, icings, inconsistencies with the icings, and just the overall calls, they're just, as I say as a coach, I'm just looking for a little consistency from my players. I like to see the same with the officiating.
For sure. Who stood out for your group tonight? It seemed like Ridley Gregg had another good night, just to pick one guy, but who stood out for you?
Yeah, I thought Ridley Gregg came to play again tonight. Looked like he had his legs. Thought Cruikshank was pretty effective. Obviously, the lack of 5-on-5 play certainly hurt his ice time, but I thought he was moving very well. I didn't like the top 2 lines early. That's why we did some finagling as the game progressed there. And I thought Reinhart, Castles, and Sabrin started getting things going a little bit in the second period. And then Sokolov and Cruikshank and Reinhart, looked solid together at times in that second and third period. But overall, I thought they were solid. Rubens on the back end there, he was coming to me a little bit there as well. Unfortunately, the power play couldn't get it done either. Now, that first power play was only 50 seconds, but after that, we just didn't really, except for that last one there, I thought maybe if we could have got one, make it 4-3, we might have had an opportunity there.
How did you feel Matt Sogard played in his second game in consecutive nights? I know it's hard for a goalie when there's so many penalty kills against.
Yeah, I thought Sogi was real good again. He made some good saves, and I think in terms of his, without looking at the video, I mean, I think that we're certainly going to have to continue to work on our puck play, because the way we play in the neutral zone, the goaltending handles is just part of it, and I think we can probably minimize some D-zone coverage time if we can get some puck play from our goaltenders and our defense, and obviously that's the forwards as well. But certainly I thought that was a little bit of an area that could have been better. But in terms of stopping the puck, he gave us a chance to win, and that's all you can ask for.
Another night, another assist for Igor Sokolov. I know you want him to shoot the puck a little bit more, but he's becoming quite a dynamic playmaker.
Yeah, I think that obviously he wants to score, but he is almost at a point of game clip, and I thought he was solid last night, playing well defensively. And tonight, I didn't think his line was very good early with Chartier and Reinhart, and when we flipped it, late first there, he got a chance on a makeshift line with Cruikshank and Reinhart, and we're very good together. And they got the goal to get us back in the hockey game at 2-1, and I thought he was solid overall. So I think, as we talked about earlier, he is a streak scorer, and there'll be times there when one will go in and then maybe he'll score 5 straight. But in terms of where he's at from a points production, I mean, almost a point a game, you can't ask very much more.
And lastly, you've got almost a full week of practice before you head to Syracuse. What's the focus going to be this week?
Well, a little bit of rest, obviously, with the 2 days here, and we'll get back to work on Tuesday again. And once we look at this game over Monday and Tuesday, we'll certainly work on some things Wednesday and Thursday to try and reinforce our 5-on-5 game. I think our neutral zone forecheck can certainly be better, but that's just off the top of my head here. But once we dissect the game, we'll do some skills on Tuesday. Obviously, the power play here, we'll have to not necessarily look at more different lines, but get some work on that as well. Now that Conacher's here, and so we've got to get him. Not only his conditioning, but just his reps. That's going to be important for him here this week. And I think Philly Daou should be back next Friday. And I thought he was playing very well, specifically on the power play, so he should help the power play as well.
Perfect. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thanks. Have a good weekend, guys.